Instead of PM. Oh,
Are we
broadcast.
live?
There we go.
Oh, Lordy,
Yay!
I thought we were live this whole minute. Sorry, guys.
We thought we were live. We weren't. And then
Mine,
I'm just late. Sorry.
it still says waiting for Kim. Do you see us live?
Who?
Do you see us live?
Yes, it says live to me. I do not have my chat up though. Hold on.
Because when I'm on YouTube on my channel, it won't show that it's I can't. It says waiting.
Oh, it does. Let me go get my other. Let me go get my other device.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
We had a jogger run by. Just a second. Let me get my other device.
I see mine shows live too, but when I look at it on here on my phone to watch the chat, I can't. It doesn't show live. That's weird.
My iPad. Move, Mimi, no barking.
There we go. Ha ha. I got it, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys have stuff to work on? We're just going to be crafting. So if you want to join, grab your craft stuff and join. If somebody wants to come in, let me know. I'll send you the link. You can come in with us. And
where are we
today? I don't know how to take that off there, Lisa.
What?
I have Lisa's comment up there because I touched it.
Oh, so you just have to touch it again. I don't see us there. All Kim VZ. Yeah, we're live. Oh, now it's just me. Gross. Yeah, we're live. Oh, now it's just me. Gross. Yeah, we're live. Oh, now it's just me. Okay. We're live, honey.
Oh my goodness. I'm not touching anything now. Hi, Clint. Welcome in. Thanks, Lisa, for coming. We may or may not be here when you get back.
Our guest had to reschedule.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. I brought an iPad, which is like 13 inches. See, my face is on that is like way too much.
Oh, Lordy. What are you doing today?
Well, I'm gonna solder, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna. Well, I have a piece of jewelry I want to string and finish, but I'm in my actual studio. Well, one of my actual studios where I can solder. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, good. Okay.
Huh?
I am. When you hear this noise, I'm conditioning my clay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yep. I have my pasta machine right here. I'm running it through my pasta machine and crashing everything in the meantime. Sorry about the noise, guys. It has to be awful.
This is how I design. Otherwise, I put my stones on it.
Well, that's what I did, Lisa, but then it knocked me off, so I was afraid to do it again.
And then I design on there and write my notes. So I know what I'm doing. So I have a big bucket here that has all my stones in it that I haven't filed yet. And I happen to have gotten a lot lately. If you go onto my page, there is I did a haul video.
That's all right. We'll just leave it because every time I do that, it knocks me out. So I'm all right with it there.
Yeah, but with it, okay.
Because every time I try and touch my screen, it knocks me out.
Yeah, but with it there, you can't see.
All right, let me try again then. How's that?
That's better. Now you need to hit it again. Something.
What now?
I don't know because I don't know what you hit. So.
But what's
Summarize your talking points.
Oh, I didn't put that up there, but let's see if I can get it off. Okay.
Yeah, it's off. You did it.
Yay.
See, you're getting there. She's becoming YouTube StreamYard literate.
Yeah, well, if my phone would cooperate, I'm still not full, but I'm still not full screen. But I give up on that. I got it once and I can't get it back again.
You're larger than you were last week.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just not happy with it. But that's the way it is. So.
No, but it's better than last week, so you can work on it some more.
Right. Right.
Oh God, that's gonna kill me. So.
What is?
Looking at myself that big.
We'll put your camera down to your workspace.
I will in a second. I have to figure it out how I won't burn my camera. Because last time I almost burnt my camera. My phone.
Well, we don't want that.
No, I need my phone.
I'm just mixing some clay here. This is it was a really hard clay. It had no movement to it anymore. It was just dry and crumbly. So I had added conditioner to it. And now I'm working with it, trying to get it smooth and usable. Then I'll add it to the black because I have an order I have to fill.
It's not quite high enough.
Echo says, come on.
Come on, Mom.
Come on. Silly birdie. Clint, are you making anything?
Huh?
How did mine and Irene's moons come out? Oh, are you still here, Lisa? Sorry, I just saw that. This is your moon. And it came out fantastic.
I'm just figuring out my camera, guys.
And then Irene's is here. I just haven't gotten them packaged yet. I want to get this one done and then I'll do all my packaging at once. Hi, Heather. Oh, good, Lisa. Glad you like them. Good. Lisa, am I to send both to you and then you send to her, or should I contact her and get her information? Which way do you want it done? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Willow's is already made. This is the one Willow wanted. It's the one my husband said was his favorite. I said, sorry, it's already taken. This one's Willow's.
Which one?
This one.
I can't see. It's not in the picture.
It is.
Oh, that one's gorgeous.
There's a delay. a lag?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, so these 3 are sold to Lisa, and then I'm working on another one. Okay, sounds good, Lisa. That's fine. Aaron says, hi, Kim. Aaron. How are you?
There. No, I don't flash you when I work.
Well, that's a good thing.
Well, I forget that my t-shirts.
Right.
Okay, there. I think my flannel's buttoned up now. Okay, so I'll just give you a little layout, guys. This right here is what I put my things on. And this is steel, so it gets hot, but it won't melt. This is called a kiln block, so it also gets hot, but doesn't melt. And then these are some of my tools that I have that I use.
So what are you making?
So I'll put my item on here that I'm going to solder in a minute. I keep it all in a little container so that it's fireproof. And I have my water, and I have it on a soldering mat that will contain the heat up to 1,000. And then I have it on a piece of metal. Usually I have a piece of ceramic and then the metal, but I've rearranged a little bit. So I just have the metal onto my wooden table. Hey, buddy.
But what are you making?
Well,
what is it, the item that you're soldering?
Well, what I'm going to eventually have is this, which is, let me see. I'm not in StreamYard. Okay, there.
Okay.
So this is a piece of turquoise that my friend Lapidary Dave on YouTube cut during one of his lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make a bezel for it, and then that will be what holds it in. And then I'll put the bezel onto this piece of silver, and then I'll put a bail on it.
Nice. Okay.
I've already cut out the piece so I can make sure it fit. So I got to make the bezel. I actually have the bezel made. I just have to find it. It was in my cup. Because what I do is I have them on a card like this, and I design around them all ahead of time. And often I'll put the bezels around them too. So I have them all ready.
Nice.
And the one I'm currently working on and stringing is, I haven't set it yet, but this is a pink sapphire.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
So I have garnets that are the same color.
Nice.
Some other stones that I'm going to string with it.
Now,
and then they'll be finished. So that's the other project I'm working, because depending on how the torch goes, I call it the torch gods. We'll see how that goes. If I melt stuff and that's not going well, then I'll quit doing that and I'll move to that. Because some days it's good on the bench. Some days you just have to move on.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
You have to be flexible.
Great. I absolutely know what you mean.
I can't find it. Oh,
I think that's a part of crafting, though.
Well, it may, yeah.
That you just have to not get frustrated, even though I do.
Yeah.
You just have to not get frustrated and just let it happen. And if it's not happening, then move on.
Yeah, here's a bezel that I've already got for a stone ready. It's already soldered. And here's one that needs to be soldered. So I just set up a train of them on my bench, this solder, and then I go through and put them on their rightful places.
Yes, Heather, that's Kristen. She has her website, or her channel is Designs and Do-Overs. She has it up there in the under her name or under her picture. And she, well, you can tell about yourself, Kristen.
I'm a full-time artist, and I do jewelry making. So I do beading and silversmithing, and I do watercolor and ink paintings, and I make prints of those. So that's what I do, and I do that as my full-time job.
And how do you sell?
I do art shows every about 3 months or so live, and then I do most of my sales on Instagram and YouTube. And then I'm starting a Facebook page that I'll have other artists and myself that I'm selling things for. And that's it. You can find me. Actually, we're working on my website today, but I'll have that set up too. So I'm easy to find. You just, if you can't find me, just send me an email and we can chat, and I'll get you. I can send you pictures, or we can talk on the Zoom or the phone or whatever. Figure it out. I do lots of custom and semi-custom pieces. What I mean by semi-custom is I may have I'll start the design and then you can help finish it. Like, oh, I want a ring, and then you say you want pink or you want turquoise or whatever, and then I do the design for you, and then you work with me throughout the process. Or with a painting, it's more of you want the colors you want, and then I do the paintings, and you pick which one you want, and that kind of thing.
Heather, you can come in. You don't have to craft, but you can come in if you want. You can mod. I can't pay you, but you can come in and talk and help us keep up with the chat while we're working. That's fine.
So what I find really funny, guys, is that I have 2 bezels that are completed here. Both are rounds, and I have almost no round stones. So that's really hysterical. The one round, I have like 3 round stones total, and they all have their bezels on them.
Okay. And what does that mean for you?
That means that I'll have to find stones that I can rework these bezels. So bezels are flexible. Usually they're made out of fine silver, which is 9.999.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very soft. So I can take this bezel, which is round, and I just have to find a stone that's an approximate shape or size, and then I can flex it to its size. Like if I can find an oval that'll fit it, then I can redo it.
Okay, Lisa asked, where do you get your silver? I don't know if you saw that and answered it,
no,
or what.
Where do I get my silver? Well, Rio Grande is a good place online. They're very reliable, and they've been around for years, and they very closely follow the market. Another place is Etsy. There's a couple shops I get from there on there. There's an Indian, it's called Thunder. I think it's Thunder Market. I'm not sure. I can email it directly to you if you want. And so I get from there. And then there's a shop here in Denver. I'm in the Denver metro area, and I have a local store that I'll go to. And she gives me pretty good deals on my silver. She doesn't necessarily follow the silver market. So like if the silver market closed at $25 today, she wouldn't charge me $25 a troy ounce. She would charge me what she paid for it. So if she bought it at 20, I would get it at the $20 a troy ounce, which is much better, because the cheaper I can buy it, the cheaper I can sell it. And I could buy more silver if I can get it cheaper. And silver is going up right now because of everything going on in the world. So I was really happy that I got some silver when it was cheaper.
And then Lisa wants to know if you ever melt down and scrap your silver or
Oh
use
yeah, I
scrap.
do.
Use
I do melt
scrap.
down. I buy scrap and I do melt down. I do not have my own rolling mill. Unfortunately, that's a piece of tool I don't own yet. So when I melt down my scrap, I melt it down into balls and other shapes that I can use and make into my own pendants and things like that. So, but yeah, I do. And a lot of my silver, a lot of the scraps I buy, I reuse and make into things. So, you can't tell that they were another piece of jewelry. So I do that too. Cause that's how I started out. When I was really, well, it's not how I started out, but like in college when I was too poor to buy like sheet silver, which is like a piece of sheet silver like this. Is that in the frame?
Yes.
Because a piece of sheet silver like this right now, well, this is a thicker piece. This is 22 gauge, so it's a pretty thick piece. It's a 3-inch by 1-inch. A piece of this right now is going for about $60. Just this size, already milled. So if I can find a way to make something comparable myself, and another way I do it is I work in copper and brass a lot. I always have. I like copper, brass, and sterling. I'll often use, I'll do like this. I'll use the copper for our back plate, and then everything else will be silver. And I seal my copper so that it won't tarnish, you guys. And then that lessens the price and makes it, and I can make larger pieces for a more cost-effective value. And
What
same,
lessens the price? If your copper's tarnished? Is that what you're saying?
copper will tarnish. Copper nat it's if you look at the Statue of Liberty and you know how she's green,
Yeah.
that's she's copper. So
Yeah, the patina
naturally,
on it. But are you saying that lessens the price of copper?
oh no, no, copper is cheaper than silver because it's not a
Okay.
precious.
Okay, I thought you
So
said you sealed it and that made it better. That made it higher value. I thought that's what you said. That's what I was asking. So
no, but I
I
can
misunderstood.
pieces for less, for a more of a value if I use copper or brass for the back
Mhm.
and then just use the silver for the findings and for other parts of it.
Right.
And then I seal the brass and the copper so that they don't tarnish on you or turn you colors.
Okay, Heather, just let me know when you get in, when you're coming in. Heather's going to come in and just like keep up with the chat for us.
Awesome. Like you lacquer, like you put resin on your things to protect them.
Yep.
I put lacquer on my copper and brass to protect you and to
Right.
protect them from the weather and from wear.
Right.
It's the same concept.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's why and then I can sell that. But a lot of people really enjoy wearing copper and use it for the like medicinal value for like people believe that copper is good for arthritis and other things.
Yeah, I've tried. I haven't noticed any difference because I have osteoarthritis and I haven't noticed any difference.
Oh, okay. I can't say that I noticed, but
I can't tolerate the smell. I mean,
you're
even
one of
pennies.
the people that can
I
smell.
don't take
This.
pennies.
True.
I don't take
I
pennies.
make
I don't
copper
take
rings and sell them. These are spinner rings. So I make them in copper and I make them in sterling and all different. I use lots of my scraps for those. So fidget rings, people call them.
You broke up. What were you saying?
I make copper and sterling fidget rings.
Mm-hmm.
spinner rings.
Oh, okay, I see.
And I used scraps for those. So they're all different.
Do you have a pamphlet or a brochure or something?
No, but I have pictures online, and I could send you like a lookbook kind of thing. Oh, no, don't get away.
Lisa says she has a 2-foot by 4-foot roll of sheet copper that she got from her grandfather years ago. Nice thickness, and she's been dying to use some of it.
Oh, you should, Lisa. You should.
I agree. That would be fun.
Well, yeah, I have. Oh, no, I lost you. Don't go away. I pushed my desk. Okay, there you are. You're back. I have, with something like that, Lisa, you can, oh, shoot, I can't grab that with my foot. I have, like I cut out blanks like this, and you can make, bracelets, cuffs. So these, I put, a stone in the middle of them. I hammered them, and then I'll put a stone in the middle. I could do that. Maybe I can do that today for you guys. That'd be easy. But you could do that, Lisa. Are you focused down enough that you can see? You want to make sure this is flat. Let me.
I'm going to go put this in the oven and grab a cup of coffee also. Heather's getting her coffee, and then
Okay.
Here yet.
So solder does not fill a gap. Solder will connect pieces. So when I solder it, I can't have a gap there. So I use a pair of flat pliers to make sure that my pieces stick together. They're both flat. So I've cut them or sawed them, and then I've shaped it so that it'll stay together when I'm soldering it. And it doesn't, oh, there, perfect. It doesn't have to be the shape it's going to be finished in. You just want it to sit. And that's why I use that. Oh, there, it's going to sit by itself. So then you have to have what's called flux. Flux is something that cleans your metal, protects your metal from what's called fire scale, and which happens when you put heat from the flame on it. And it and you have to have it, or else your solder will not flow. And there are many ways that you can put flux on. Some people put it on liquid, and that's the way I do it. I spray it on.
Hi, Mama. Good morning. Welcome, welcome.
My sprayer's clogged. Oh, I may not spray it on. I may have to brush it on today because my sprayer's clogged. And all that means is that it's just been a couple days since I used it. Mm-hmm. And I have to rinse it off in some warm water. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a sink in my studio. My sink is in my bathroom back, which is next door. So I have a gallon of milk, a milk gallon jug that I always have full of water. I also have a fire extinguisher down here at my feet that I can easily use, and I know how to use it. I also have a bottle of water that I keep up on my table. Hi, Bear. You don't get to have any. And I have my cup of water that I quench, which is where you put your hot piece in there. And then I have paste flux. And you don't want to contaminate it. So I don't want to keep putting a dirty brush into the clean flux, which is this. So I have a container and I just took some out and I use that. And it dries out and you just use a cheap brush or an old brush and you reconstitute it as needed. And then
Lisa,
I'll paint this on.
Lisa says, back when I did jewelry in the 80s, we only had flux powder. Now I see there's liquid flux. I can't wait to try it.
Oh, yeah. When I did it, yes, you had borax and you made it into a paste. Yep, that's how I learned too. I took my first jewelry class and when I was a sophomore or junior in high school, so that would have been like 85, 86. I don't know. I graduated in 89. What are you doing, Kim? So there's 4 types of solder: hard, medium, easy, and easy plus or something. There's a real it's and all that means is the temperature it takes. When you do a bezel, you want to use hard solder because you want I'm looking for my, what did I do with my solder? You want to use that because as you put on other pieces, you go lower and lower in how much heat you need for your solder. And well, this is my ever problematic thing is I can never keep my darn solder where I can find it. I lose solder like nobody's business. And I had a little container sitting right here last night when I left my bench that had my hard solder and I'd already had it cut up. I have a piece of solder right here on my bench, so I'm going to pick it up. And I know it's hard because that's the only solder I've been using. Yeah, and I'm going to lay it on there. Of course, I picked it there. Oh, perfect. Now, you don't want it hanging off like that.
Lisa, you know if your board is asbestos.
Oh, no. They don't make asbestos boards anymore. They're all non-asbestos. And I use a little torch now. That one doesn't have enough gas in it. And I use, because I'm in my house, my studio's in my home, I use butane or propane, depending on the size torch I use. And so I fill them up. Butane and propane are clean burning gases, so there's no black that's put off by them. Propane you can use oxygen with, which increases the amount of heat your torch puts out and how fast you can heat up something. And that means that you can do larger and larger pieces. And since I don't have, well, I have that, but propane's been hard to come by because of the you know what. And so I've just gone to my butanes. So I just have 2 butanes. So if I'm doing a huge piece, I just use 2 torches. So I have 1 in each hand and I do it that way. But I'm going to get my propane going back again and get my oxygen out. And when I set that up, I'll have you guys follow me. I'll do a video on it again, but I just fill it up. It's easy. Does this say solder? Oh, no.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
So this
I'm good,
is
Kim.
easy.
How are you?
These are like your kitchen torches. So these are a little, these burn hotter than your kitchen, but they're self-starting. So I turned on the gas. I say it's self-starting and then it won't start.
What are you doing, Heather? Hanging out?
I'm probably just gonna harvest a magazine while I'm sitting here, and I can read comments for you guys.
Yeah, that works.
Thank you, Heather.
Hi, Kristen. You're welcome. Hi.
You want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Um,
To know
okay.
you?
I'm Heather. I'm a mom of 5, and I love to craft, and I do all kinds of crafting. Never worked with clay or done any soldering, but mostly I love to paper craft, anything with paper, but I do other things like banners, and I actually took some little boho jewelry I got from Michael's in a grab bag and turned it into a little, owl banner, made them into little owls, just whatever. I love to craft about anything.
Nice.
But it's interesting. It's interesting to see, these other things. I've never worked with clay or done any soldering or anything, so I'm interested to see what you ladies are up to and what you're doing.
The only soldering I've ever done is every morning when I lived in Maine. Every morning during the winter, my pipes would freeze in the kitchen, even though I had a heater in there and I had the cupboard doors open. I had insulation and a heat wrap on it, and every morning they would freeze. And I'd have to go down in the basement and solder that leak, because I had a daycare that I opened in the morning. This was in the daycare kitchen. I had to have running water to open every morning. So I would get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and go solder those darn pipes until I finally got it to where the water was working and it wasn't leaking. And I did every morning in the winter for years. There I'd be down there with my torch, hoping not to set my old 1800 farmhouse on fire.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun soldering, though.
I've never done fun soldering. That's new to me.
Kristen, does it take a lot of things like to get started on doing that? Like it probably takes a lot, huh?
No, I used to do $100 to $150 kit for people.
Oh, okay.
To start.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. You need a torch and you need the butane. You need a container. This is an enamel one that I bought at a thrift store. You need your solder block, and these run about $25. And then you need and the torch and the butane run about 45 to 50 in a set. And then you just need the flux, the solder and the stuff you're going to work with.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. I used to run what was called a kitchen. Oh, there it goes. A kitchen set.
Okay. So I heard you all saying Lisa. Flippin' Crazy is Lisa, right?
Yes. Her channel is Flippin' Crazy.
Okay.
And she does a lot of upcycling jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah, she's good. You ought to check her out.
I will after the stream. I'll write it down. Hi, Lisa. Nice to meet you.
And on Thursdays, she does a craft along like this. She has guests that everybody sits and they do their craft. It's a great time. It's a nice relaxed time.
Okay. That's awesome.
And then she does jewelry sales. She does $1 start jewelry sales, and then artisan pieces that she sells. She does a lot of different things. She sells craft supplies.
Okay.
A lot of variety going on in her life.
All right. Awesome. I'll definitely go and subscribe when I get, when we get done here. I wrote it down so that I remember.
Great.
And I already went and subscribed to Kristen. I found her already before I came.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You found me.
Yes, I found you. I had already found you before, I know, but then, sometimes YouTube somehow unsubscribes you from people.
Oh, I know. I don't understand why they do that.
No, Like, and it's even people that I watch, like somebody I do a collab with every week, and I watch videos of hers at least, 3 or 4 times a week. And then every time I turn around, I'm unsubscribed. And I'm like, really? Like, I actually even use that subscription. Like, it's crazy.
That happened to me last night. With
Oh,
the
really?
person that I watch every week, and I watch a couple times a week actually. And I got the notice, and when I clicked on the notice, it wouldn't come up. It just spin and spin and spin. So I got out of it and went to search my contacts, and she wasn't there.
Seriously?
Yep.
So
That-
weird.
YouTube just plays. I just don't like it.
I don't like that either.
No. And then, I mean, if you're not subscribed, you don't know, you're not going to get all the notifications and you miss people. It's like a lot of times I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen a video from this person for a while. And I go, look, and I'm not even subscribed anymore. And I'm like, are you serious? I've missed, and then you miss like numerous videos. So I don't get it. Now I heard that moderators can like unsubscribe you by, I don't know, but I don't know how that is because I'm a moderator in a bunch of lives, and I don't know how you would unsubscribe somebody. I don't know if you
hide them.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
that's
Oh
all you
yeah,
can do.
okay. So I guess they could, if somebody, a moderator didn't like a person, I guess they could hide them and then they wouldn't be subscribed, but
Right.
oh, and I've seen that happen. And then if you're hidden, like you can be in there typing and nobody will see it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what happens. Yep.
I've heard that happening.
Yeah. This one lady, like somebody that I watch all the time, somebody was in there typing and nobody was answering her. So she messaged somebody else that we know and said, hey, I'm typing and nobody's saying hi to me or anything. And then that person came in and told us. So then, we figured it out, and the person unhid her, the one that had the channel. So I don't know. It's all.
Accident a lot of times put somebody in timeout,
Yeah.
I call it the homeowners association power thing.
And you know what? It is easy to put somebody in timeout on accident, though. Because
yeah,
you just,
your
and
finger
it
will
doesn't,
switch, and then you've done it.
right. And I actually did that to somebody today, and it's somebody that's done it to me a whole bunch of times. So she probably thought, oh, she's getting me back, but it was a complete accident. And I messaged her, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that happens. And I think that YouTube should have a thing where when you hit something like, timeout, or it should say, are you sure? Or something like that, not just do it automatically. You know what I mean? It should give you another chance to say, no.
I agree. Yep. Because you're actually trying to hit something else and you end up pulling that menu up, but then
Right.
Oh shoot.
And you do it like you hit it and it doesn't say, are you sure, or anything. It's just done. Like, you've already done it.
Yep, it's done. I like to let my clay rest a little bit in between, because it might form air bubbles under here, and it gets soft, very soft and fingerprinty. And if I just let it rest for a few minutes before I go further, plays in much better. It works much better. It's not nearly as sticky, and it's settled the mold. I give it a few minutes to settle in. So if I stop doing something, that's what I'm doing. I'm letting the clay rest.
Okay. Lisa says that they can only hide you. It doesn't unsub them.
Oh, good.
Saying I don't think they can sub. They can only just hide you.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm watching on my phone. So yeah, it is easy to hit something like, I did that today, and all I was trying to do was scroll back to see something in the chat, and I, put somebody in timeout. Yeah, I had timed out someone. Like, oh no.
Sometimes, or it used to be, I'm not sure which, you could go back and untime them out. You can undo it, but I don't know if you can anymore or
I
if.
don't think you can. I don't think you can. Because I've tried that when somebody else has timed somebody out on accident. I've tried and I haven't ever seen a button that says, like, you know, take them out of timeout or whatever. Now, if somebody hides somebody on a channel, somebody else can unhide them.
Okay, I knew there was something that somebody
Yeah.
could do.
Yeah. So I'm just going through this HGTV magazine because I actually have a home decor glue book where I take images and glue them all together and make little rooms. So I'm just going through, gonna cut stuff out for that.
Seriously, that's a cool idea. I used to, before the internet, I have huge 3-ring binders that I kept all my ideas in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Like, I don't need that anymore because, you know, you have Pinterest. But I had my own Pinterest at one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we all did that. And then came the sticky notes. So all our magazines were tagged with sticky notes. And then we did scrapbooks where we cut out all the designs that we wanted to keep. And yeah, Pinterest. That's funny.
I actually don't even use Pinterest that much, very rarely. And it's because I go in and look for like different printables and I'll find, you know, like I'll type in printables, like say coffee printables, because I'm working on a coffee journal, and something from Pinterest will come up, but then you click on it and you can't actually get the printable from there. You've got to click visit. And then a lot of times it doesn't even take you to the right place, like that link's broken or something.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you. I've run into that quite a few times. And I thought it was just me not knowing what I was doing, even though
it's like I think some of these things have been on there for a long time, and maybe some of these blogs or something have been taken down or something. So when you click, you can't just get the printable from there, from print. You've got to go somewhere and visit that place and then try to get it. But a lot of times it doesn't take you to the right place.
No, yeah.
Okay, so we'll see you later. Thanks for coming by, and I will definitely be there tonight. Lisa has a new haul of goodies to unbox and sell tonight. So,
ooh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna definitely go subscribe before I
never miss a sale, or if I do miss it, it's because something bad happened. But I don't have missed any of her sales in over a year. She has them a couple times a week, so this will be good.
Yeah.
I only use Pinterest to research things and to give me ideas on like color combinations and stuff like that. I don't necessarily use it to get patterns or anything like that.
Yeah, just ideas.
Yeah, if I need a pattern, I make it myself usually. Not that that's the best way to do it because, well, I usually screw up the first one or two, but then, you know, it's mine.
Right. Well, and I mean, you know, like, I guess you can, if you find ideas on there, you can always screenshot it too, and then go back and look at it without having to go to Pinterest every time, you know?
Yeah. And I do that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I just think if they're doing like free printables and things like that, that they should let you get it from there. You know what I mean?
They don't. They want you to go to their blog because then you join their blog and watch all their stupid ads and I'm sure there's a way they're making money off that, but I don't care. And I don't really like blogs. So.
Yeah, I used to have one years and years ago, but I don't even know if it's still out there. I guess it is. They say once it's on the internet, it's out there. So it probably is out there somewhere, but I haven't done anything with it for probably since 2013. So it's been
I started a couple blogs, but I'm not a writer. So that's not for me.
Yeah. I basically did a little bit of writing and then like pictures and stuff, you know, like I'm not really into the writing part either.
Yeah, I'm not a.
It was
not
just basically this was back before YouTube was huge, and I kind of just I wanted to be in a crafting community of some kind. So that was kind of a way to be in a community where we followed each other's blogs and became friends and all of that. So now there's YouTube, and it's so easy to kind of make friends on YouTube, and then you can find people on Facebook or Instagram, and then you can chat and get to know and video
Yeah,
chat and all that.
I still had a hard time finding the craft community. I was
did
in
you?
chat rooms the first time, or not chat rooms, but sales, YouTube
Mhm.
sales for crafts. The first time I found it, I was like, oh, good. Hey, this is great, And
Mhm.
they were snobs and everything was rigged. And it was like, you know what? I'm
Oh,
not happy with this craft community. I'm disappointed.
yeah. Yeah, there are ones that definitely they're not friendly and all that, but if you find the right one, it can be a really good experience because I've made a lot of really sweet crafty friends and I'm very blessed, feel very blessed. And Kit, I got to actually see Kim the other day. We had our first little video chat, so that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Except there were numerous people there, so it was kind of hard to, have a complete conversation, but still, that was fun.
It was actually funny.
It was. I'll just say, some people like to talk a lot, I'll just say.
Yeah, that's true.
It was fun, though.
It was
I want
okay.
to know who has a ruler when they need a ruler.
That's why I have
Who has a ruler when they need it?
Never. No. I always
I do.
lose mine if I actually need it. I don't know where it is.
Mine's right on my mat here. That's why I have it.
Yeah, well, I've worn those off.
You
Okay. So.
But my
Oh
weight.
God, does it have to be a weird number too?
Sometimes when I have to actually measure something, I usually just eyeball it, but I'll actually go Google and see like what the 5/8 is or something just to make sure I'm doing it right.
Yeah. Well, no, what I do. Yeah. Well, we'll just.
We can all
bend
find
one
the inches and then the halves, and then the quarters
Yeah.
or whatever. But then when it start getting into 5/8 and things like that, I'm like, okay, where's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crap.
Which line are we counting? This line
Yeah,
or this
right.
line?
I literally will go Google it and then like to figure it out just to make sure.
I know. I'm not. I've had too many head injuries for math to be my thing.
I do not like math. I mean, I'm still like, I ask my kids sometimes, I'm like, what's 8 times 6? Because I really don't even remember.
Right.
I keep
Yeah,
a calculator.
My calculator app is one of the most used apps on my phone.
Yeah. I have one separate over there in case I'm on my phone. Like,
Yeah, I have.
something.
Yeah. My kids are always like, why are you buying a calculator? Because I've used it.
Right. Yeah, I do too.
You little brat.
We're older. We can't remember all that stuff we learned in school.
When my kids, which is probably you guys' age, got into like 3rd and 4th grade, and they started into like complicated math.
Yeah.
I couldn't help them.
They don't do the carry the ones and all that anymore. They do it weird.
I don't want to know. Yeah, they don't do it correctly.
Right. They're teaching them all this weird way. And then the only way I know how to help is the way I know. And then I'm not showing them how they're learning. And it's like,
yeah.
I told my granddaughter who's 9, I'm like, do it this way. It's easier.
Yeah. Right.
And my daughter was like, mother.
They have to show the process though, which
right, like they have to show their work a lot, and then it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Then you should have listened when you were there.
Yeah, I mean, how are we supposed to help them? I mean, I had an awful time. I
Mhm.
was in college myself when my kids were. We all do homework at the kitchen table every night. You know, I put
Uh-huh.
kids
Oh,
in
my
raising
kids were
3 kids
babies
alone.
when I was in college.
Mhm.
Well, my kids are in their 40s and 30s now, so yeah, it was in the 80s and 90s. But
Yeah.
I couldn't help them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And it's so frustrating.
go ahead.
Talk about feeling stupid, you know.
My I'm 44.
Oh, you're young.
I have I have 18-year-old twin boys. They'll be 19 soon. I have a 17-year-old boy. I have a 13-year-old girl and a 10-year-old girl.
Oh my
So
goodness.
and then back in 2000 when this whole, pandemic started, I had to turn into, a homeschool teacher abruptly, and that was crazy because my daughter was like in third grade, so it was, the time where they had to learn the math without the carrying and all that. I'm like, oh no. We got through it though, but
Wow. See, I'm so glad my kids are all grown. That was always the hardest thing for me, and I had a child with learning disabilities, so and I have learning disabilities too, so it was really tough for me to focus to help him when he couldn't focus.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and we would sit there at that table all night. I mean, it would be 10:30, and we still couldn't get through it. And because we both have ADHD, it was awful. I mean, it's horrible. I'm
Sounds
just
like
glad I
it.
don't have those times anymore, you know?
Oh, I hated school projects in 5th and 6th grade.
The science
Mhm.
project.
Yeah, those damn. Well, we had to do a history project too. They were the literal death of my family.
Yeah, we've had to do some pretty interesting projects. Last year my daughter had to make like a house for a leprechaun for like around this time of year, and I'm like, oh boy, but that wasn't so hard. But like the history thing, we haven't had that, and I hope we don't because that's gonna be terrible. Like a whole, like the whole. Did you have to do a whole big board thing
Yeah,
full of stuff?
Pike's Peak,
Oh,
Captain Pike. For
yeah,
Christ's sake.
no, that sounds awful.
He didn't even hike Pike's Peak, and it was named after him. And I know that, and I shouldn't.
Oh goodness.
And my son's graduating college in a month or 2 months, and I know
Oh.
that. I'll
So
be right back.
how old are your kids, Kristen?
Where'd she go?
I don't know.
We lost you, Kristen. Can you hear us? We can see you. Is she frozen?
I don't know. Is she frozen or did she maybe
Okay,
mute on
did you ask
accident?
how old my kids were?
Yeah, yeah.
My daughter is 32, and
Mhm.
she's been married for 10 or 11 years,
Oh,
and she
okay.
has a 9-year-old.
Oh, okay.
And my son is 25, and he's graduating, and he'll be a mechanical engineer. He
Oh, wow.
started his internship today.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And
So
now, do you have grandkids, Kim?
I have 4.
Okay.
I have my oldest daughter is 34,
Mhm.
and I have or 43. I mean, not 34. Then I have a 36 and a 35-year-old, and
Okay.
a 23-year-old.
Okay.
So I had a lot of years in between my kids and then my last child,
Mhm.
like you did. And I have 4 great. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm only 44, but I married my husband about 4 years ago. and he already had 10 grandchildren. So I have 10 grandchildren, and most of those are older than my own children.
Crap.
So we kind of
Well,
have a weird family situation here, but it's okay.
my husband has great grandchildren, so I didn't
Okay.
count them. I was just counting like my
Yeah,
biological
right.
ones that I had a hand in because I married him after the fact, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. It's blended families. That's all good
yeah,
though, right? It's all good.
yeah. It's all good.
Well,
I just didn't think to count like that. I was just
Yeah.
thinking, you
Yeah.
know.
no, I'm on my first husband. We married when we were 18, right out of high school.
Oh
Aw,
wow.
congratulations. That's awesome.
I think it'll be 33 years. We married in 89.
Okay. Congratulations. That's awesome. My last husband actually passed away. I
Oh
was a widow, and my husband's wife had passed away. So he was a widower, and
yeah.
we met each other, we go to the same church. We started singing at nursing homes together. We went out, to do that. And we did that for over a year before we ever dated. So we, knew each other really well, and we
Yeah.
sang together. We still do sing together at nursing
Mm.
homes and things. So yeah,
That's
we've
awesome.
been married about 4 years.
Wow.
Mhm. And he has 4 children. I have 5. So we have 9 children and then 10 grandchildren.
Wow.
Yeah. Big family. Was that the birdie I heard? Was that Ella?
That was Echo.
Echo. Okay. Do 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 do.
Right, Kim?
Mhm.
Oh,
Now I don't know where she went.
she went to get something out of the oven, probably.
Oh, okay.
So I'm heating up. Copper is an awesome heat conductor. So
Mm-hmm.
that's nice for me. Um, it changes colors, and you can do that and leave it on and coat it, and then you have the color change.
Mm-hmm.
I have done that on some pieces. The smoke you see is from the fumes that I don't have my mask on because I'm talking to you guys. Okay, honestly, I don't really wear my mask. My husband comes down and yells at me all the time, and so does my son because he bought me masks
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
Sherwood Williams to wear when he worked there, and I don't wear them. I do have a system, but I moved my studio around, so I haven't replugged it all in, and I'll get that plugged in
Mm-hmm.
because you should take care of your lungs.
Right.
I firmly believe in
We
that.
get careless, like I have some stuff I need to spray, like a clear coating, and I'm
Oh
tempted to do it
gosh,
in the house, but I know I shouldn't, but then it's like, who wants to go out there in the snow and do that?
I know. When in '93 when we moved into our first home together,
Mm-hmm.
we bought. I spray painted some chairs that my grandma had that my
Mm-hmm.
mom gave us, and I spray painted them like a hunter green color.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd blow my nose after I spray painted, and my nose was like green,
Oh no.
And so
Yep.
I know my lungs have that green color in them, and I just think about how disgusting that my lungs must look because of that.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean, it just has to be disgusting because I
Mm-hmm.
used like 5 cans of spray paint for that little thing.
You did it outside though, right? Did
Yes,
you?
it was outside. Thank God.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got yelled at because I changed the color of the pavement.
Okay.
My husband was not happy with me. I didn't think it would be permanent. I thought it would wash away eventually.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't.
Oh no! When we sold the house in '99, there was still green
Oh,
evidence.
maybe you should have went and got some like
Cement something and
spray or
cleaned it.
something
Yeah,
and like spray painted it back.
I know. Yeah, no, it wasn't that bad, but yeah. Oh, there. So the metal has to be as hot as everything else before it'll melt. And I don't want to melt my bezel because I have a fancy bezel and that'll melt first. So I'm trying to melt underneath it.
Is there a stone in there?
Huh?
You have the stone in there?
Not yet.
Okay, I couldn't see. I can't tell.
Oh no, I don't have the stone in here yet. That stone is actually glass because I'm using blue gold stone.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And that's actually not gemstone. So there are some stones you can heat up in with a torch to certain degrees, but you have to know that like CZs you can heat to a certain amount, and I have done that. But I'm using the solder I'm using is pretty hot solder because it's medium, and so I don't want to take the risk with it. So I will just do it this way. And I really probably should have my other torch with me, or I should have put this up on my stand. The hottest part of the flame on this is right outside the blue, not in the blue and not out here. So right outside where the blue is. So that's why I'm doing it that way. And I get impatient and don't do enough circling and don't do enough. I just get impatient with it, which is why I have bad solder days more than a lot of people. And then I also try and solder bigger things than I probably should with this torch. Although this, come on. This copper form should melt everything pretty evenly.
So what are you going to be making? Like, what's the final project going to be?
This will be a cuff, copper cuff.
Okay.
I'm looking for the right glitter if you hear all the noise I'm making.
Yes, we do. You're making way too much noise.
No, right?
Shouldn't have done that.
So do you have to bake that clay then, Kim? You bake it? Okay.
Yes.
So you shape it however you want it. You can mix the colors and then you have to bake it for like, does it take a while or?
45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to try polymer clay, and I also think it would be fun to try resin. Have you either one played with resin?
Oh no, I'm a disaster in the craft room, so no.
I resin these with UV resin.
Okay.
These are
I've never tried it. I think it would be really pretty to make like ovals and put like real little dried flowers in it or something, you know?
Yeah, but that's usually a 2-part resin. I don't do a 2-part resin because I have birds.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want anything to happen to them. So even if it was down on a different level of the house, I still wouldn't trust it not to affect them.
Yeah.
But I would love to do 2-part resin. Absolutely. But
there's just so many things that I'd like to try. I'm always seeing someone do something. I'm like, oh, I want to try that. I want to try that. I'm sure you all have lists too of things you'd like to try someday.
Yeah. Like I bought a jelly plate.
Yeah.
And I have it. I got it Friday.
You bought one?
Yeah. And I got the brayer and I haven't used it yet.
Okay, well, I've only done mine a couple times, but if you want to do a video chat sometime, we can do that together. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could do it on here 1 week or something.
Yeah, whenever you want. I'm trying to get my orders done here and get them packaged and out of here. And then make some for Thursday because we're having a sale on our crafts. Well, at least I want to do crafts. We haven't really discussed it that much yet.
I thought we were selling our stuff Thursday.
Yeah, what we're making, or are we selling? See, I kind of wanted to sell what we make, but
yeah.
Is that what we're doing Thursday?
That's what I thought we were.
Okay, that's what I thought too, but I didn't clarify it. So okay. Yeah, so Thursday we're selling what we make.
Okay. Where are you, and which channel are you selling it on?
We're going to be on my channel this week, and then next week
Okay.
we'll be Kristen. I think if we just switch weeks instead of shows, it'll be easier for people.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do is fine with me.
We did yours last week, so we'll do mine this week, and then next week we'll do yours again, and we'll just keep switching off like that.
Sounds good to me.
So I'm trying to get my order done and then make some things for Thursday, all at the same time.
You're multitasking. Do you have to go on with Lisa in a few minutes?
No. She does Thursdays. She has her creative hangout on Thursday.
Okay.
So no, I don't have anywhere to go. I'd be doing this whether I was on or not, so I'm good.
Okay. I have to go at 11 my time.
Okay.
Where are you? What time zone are you in?
Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she gets up early for this.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, not
I'm in
happily.
Eastern.
Not happily.
Now, Kim, you're in Eastern too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
you are.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, Kim and I are only like 2.5 hours apart from each other. We found out.
Oh, that's
the other
cool.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's not too far.
I thought we were a lot further. See, I know, like, my husband and I will ride up to Lake Erie.
Mm-hmm. I live on Lake Erie. It's my
Oh,
view
you
from my
do?
bedroom window. Yes.
Oh, wow.
From this, actually, it's from this room, this window.
Well, we take the
So do
Harley.
you go
up
pick
and
up
we go-
rocks?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you pick up rocks?
I pick up not usually, no. And I mean, there's kind of a little I don't live on a beach per se. There's kind of a little like downhill thing to get to the water.
Uh-huh.
Like it's kind of dangerous. So I don't actually go like, go right down into the water here, but there's like a beach and stuff right up the road. So like right up the way.
Okay.
But my view outside the window, I get to see like sunrises and sunsets. So it's nice.
Nice. Well, when we ride up there, I'm definitely going to let you know, and we'll meet up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I knew we rode up there, and I didn't remember how long it took us.
Mhm.
Because we used to go all day, ride all day, first thing in the morning, ride all day, get a hotel, stay overnight, and then ride home.
Mhm.
And you don't do that anymore?
I can't sit that long anymore. My body wouldn't let me sit that long anymore. So we haven't taken an overnight trip. We didn't last year at all. But what he did do for me is he dug out of the hillside, like we live in mountain area, and he cut out a section of the hill and built a campsite that we put up a tent every year.
Oh,
So we sleep out through seasons. So we do get away,
That's cool.
Yeah.
We just pack our bag and go right up the hill.
How fun.
That's nice. Yeah.
We put up a 10-person tent. It's a 10 by 20 tent. And he runs the cable up there and takes the TV up there. So, I mean, it's like we use the heated blanket, for the heated mattress pad so we can sleep out in seasons. And, we'll go up there about 7:00 and we'll come down in the morning, it's nice. We used to have a kitchen up in there with a coffee pot, but I didn't like the flavor. Even though we switched coffee pots, I don't know what it was, but it just didn't taste like good coffee. So we didn't do that last year, and we won't do it again this year.
You're a coffee girl, huh?
Oh yeah. I've got to have coffee first thing in the morning. It's funny.
Me too.
I stumbled out of the woods, I wonder what people think, hair all askew and You know, we just stumble out of the woods there. Because you can't see it when the leaves come out. You can't see the up there, and there's just two people coming out of the woods.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wonder what to think. I don't care because I'm like, oh, I just need my coffee, you know, in the bathroom. Give me the coffee in the bathroom. I'm good. But I'm sure people see us. I know our neighbors do, you know. We have neighbors. They're not real close, but they can definitely see us coming out of the woods, you know.
They're probably out.
terrible.
They're thinking they're probably thinking they're probably out there making moonshine again, coming in.
Like that. Those bikers, those damn hoodlums, up to no good up there in the woods.
So when you come on Thursday, this will probably be done and for sale.
Oh, nice.
It's not done now. And
So far.
And the soldering gods are not with me, so I'm just not going to do any more today on it.
Yeah.
It's just not working, and my torch is acting funny, so I am going to have to troubleshoot that.
Yeah.
My husband's been down, and he's like, "You're going to blow up the house."
He's down today?
He's been waiting for, this is our second house here in Colorado. Well, and we had a condo when we first moved out here until we bought a house, and he's waiting for me to blow it up with my torches. So I'm like, okay. He's like, "You're building up too much gas down there. I hear it running." Hey, but I found my thing of solder. I told you I had one. Oh, God. Oh, don't put it on there. So some of the rules I have, you don't touch things on here with your hands, and you don't put things on here that will melt. And those are hard, fast rules that you have to follow. And like everyone in my house knows those rules. Those are just rules. Like my son, he learned how to solder when he was probably 8 or 9, maybe 10. And so he knows those rules too. So even when he comes home after work or whatever, he'll watch and he'll be like, "You have to follow your rules, Mom." So yeah, everybody in the house knows. It's smart if you're going to be doing a lot of soldering in a day or at one time to wear some welding goggles or buy sunglasses that will protect your retinas from the flame. So there are things like that you should do if you're going to do it for long periods of time. I usually only do it. I have what's called overuse syndrome in my right hand that started after an injury a couple years ago. So I'm supposed to take breaks after. Well, they say after every hour I'm supposed to take a 15-minute break. I don't do it that frequently, but my husband comes and is like, "Have you taken your break?" And if things are going well, I don't tend to take a break, but if they're not, then I do. But what I've done is found alternatives. I use my left hand a lot, so that's helpful. I always have done that. Even as a kid, I used my left hand a lot, so that helps. But it's starting to swell up. So I know that I've overused it already. You can see the difference in size.
I have arthritis and everything. I have carpal tunnel in both hands. I have.
Yeah.
I don't even care because I'll tell you what, I'm not going to stop living my life.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel.
So it is what it is. If I hurt tomorrow, I'll do a little less, whatever.
Yeah. And that's how I kind of am. But the doctor did tell me that there could come a time where it would get so large that I would have trouble using it. So I do try and take care of it. And I just try and find other activities I can do. And there's always stuff in an art studio, you guys know, that you can do that isn't so exhausting and fine motor skills. So I'll tend to do those things. My art desk always, you can see, look, I mean, it's a disaster, guys. It always could be cleaned up. There isn't a time when my desk can be, not
Oh
cleaned up,
yeah. Any
and I
craft,
like it to be clean.
anybody that
Um,
has any kind of a craft or skill can say that.
yeah, I mean, when you use it, you naturally need to see things so that you have your options, but then you need to put them away so that you can then come back and have a new palette and stuff. So I understand the messiness,
Heather,
but then you have to pick up. So
yeah, I think Heather works like me. We just move it because I'll need it again.
I know I'll need it again too, but I've tried to find a place for things so that I can put things up. And it's ever evolving.
Shift it over, shift it this way. I know in that direction is my whatever colored glitter that I'll need.
Yeah.
And over in that direction is my clay. And down there on the floor, that's how I work. I can't clean it. It only lasts a minute anyway,
Right. It's ever evolving. And like I said, I mean, that's clean.
I mean, I admire people that can do that. I really do. I don't.
I try and I've got stuff in sections and.
Yeah, I'm not that person.
That's about as clean. It's cleaner, and I know where things are. Like I said, I lose my solder every 5 minutes, and I'm trying to work on that.
I'm just not that person. I admire you for being that person.
I'm trying to be that person. I am a terrible slob. And I just want it to be a little bit better so that I can keep things moving.
Well, see, there's the difference. I guess I don't care because I know darn well once I put something away, I'm going to have to get up and go get it.
Well, I'm keeping it all in reach.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. See,
I'm not moving it out of my reach. It's all staying on my desk. I'm just coming up with.
Oh, I thought you said put it away. To me, that means you take it back upstairs and you put it in the drawer
it's all
or whatever.
here. I just mean that, like here, I put my tools back in their little holes, and I put in its box. And
okay, that's called straightening up.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's what I would call straightening up. Cleaning would be everything would be put away. Yeah.
No, that's what I mean by when I have to, get things settled back in their places.
Yeah. Now I feel better. You had me intimidated.
Oh, no, don't be intimidated by me. I don't ever do anything that is intimidating.
I thought you were that person that had to have everything put away and then.
Oh, no, honey. I am the messy. No. I don't let people come in my house because it's too messy.
No kidding. Oh, my God. True.
It's too embarrassing to have people over at my house, but
Heather, when I come up to your house, Heather, I'm going to look through all your stuff.
Okay.
All your craft room. I'm going to look through everything in your craft room.
Okay. Be careful opening drawers.
You never know what's going to fall out at you, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes things pop out because I literally like try in my fabric drawers and stuff. I like shove it in there and hurry up and shut the drawer.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how they fit? They fit when you shove it in there, right?
Yeah. So so then I'm like hurrying up and then I'm like hitting it with my hip and trying to get it shut. No, but I keep my room pretty tidy. I'm pretty good about keeping mine tidy. And I think like I have craft carts, a few of them, and I have one that sits right next to me, and I kind of have so it's got the 3 layers. So I kind of try to put things back there so I can.
How do you keep those clean though? Mine just become overloaded.
Well, mine has quite a bit of stuff in there, but I do pretty good. I do pretty good.
Yeah, mine I have like 5 of them, but they just become overloaded. I have one that has all my paint stuff in it.
Uh-huh.
I have
when it gets
that have jewelry stuff in it.
Well, then when it gets overloaded, you just push it over to the side and then you get a new one.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
You just buy another one and then you just fill that one up too. That's how that goes. That's why I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in here.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, that's what I've done. And he's like, I think carts maybe aren't the way to go anymore.
I like them though because they have wheels because you can move it out of the way. You can clean under it.
Yeah.
You can, and then you
like
can.
That. I agree with you on there.
And then like I have my markers and my pens because I do a lot of paper crafting, a lot of like prompt games with friends and things like that. So I have, markers and scissors.
Oh yeah, I used to be a scrapbooker.
Yeah, I used to do that too, and now I'm more of a like little journal. I make journals and things like that. I haven't done actual like scrapbooking for quite a while. But.
Yeah, I haven't scrapbooked since I moved here from Kansas in '99.
Oh, okay. See, I
never
started this little book here, which is like my little coffee journal. So it's just like I'm just working on it. So it's
but what do you put in it?
Well, so far I just have like I have some printables and things, and then I'm just trying to kind of match colors with papers that I have, and just making little tags and things like that. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with it for sure when it's done. Now I do keep a daily creative journal, so I could use this because I drink coffee every day. So I could use this to, just write in each day, like, what I do. I usually have coffee with my friend Judy, which is Clinton Aaron's mom. So, in my journal, it always says coffee with Judy. So I could just, use it and write in here each day, or I could give it away, or, it's just something fun to do. It's some printables that I got from, trying to think, Mac Designs. I don't know if you guys know her. Her name's Misty. She's really nice. I got them. And then I thought, you know what? I love coffee. I'm just going to make a little book. So it's just, and I didn't sew this yet. It's kind of like a flow journal style. So I've got just a rubber band around it, holding it together until I'm sure that I'm done adding papers. This way I can take it out and I can paint, like I painted some gold on. And then when it dry, when it was dry, I put it back in. So like you can see there's gold here. So I'm just kind of doing it like that so far. But it's just fun to make books, and mostly it's the printables and just papers I've had laying around here for who knows how long. So it's fun to use your stuff too,
Yeah. So you like Tuesday morning a lot.
I don't even know where the closest one is. Actually, I've never. Yeah, I haven't been to one in years.
Ours closed down, and they took out the crafts section anyway. So
I see a lot of people that find stuff there, though, like good hauls and stuff. But I don't even know where one is. I'm sure there's one probably at least 30, like probably within 30 miles of me. But I don't know for sure.
Huh. That's a long ways, though.
Yeah.
That's I wouldn't travel that far for Tuesday morning. Now, but I heard they took the craft section out of all of them. So
did they?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
I would call and ask before I drove there. You know what I mean? And then the thing is you can make a day out of something, because if you go to a Tuesday morning, say I drive to Cleveland to a Tuesday morning, there's probably a Hobby Lobby, a Michael's, a Joanne somewhere around there too. And you could just like kind of do a shopping day or whatever with my girls or whatever.
Yeah, I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan, so I could not go to Cleveland. I'm just kidding.
And it like I actually don't go in Cleveland very often at all. Like I go through Cleveland, but usually there's something like a suburb around, like say Middleburg Heights, or just something like that that's close to Cleveland that has things. So but I have a little Cricut Joy my brother bought me last year, and I've hardly used it, but I did cut out this little Coffee First vinyl sticker. This was and then I did it again and put it on my candle. I thought it was kind of cute, just for something different to do.
Well, did I tell you I bought a Cricut? I got it last week.
Oh, no, you didn't tell me. Which one did you buy?
It's the original. I spent $4 on it and bought a $12 power cord, and it works just fine.
Oh, wow. So like the little personal Cricut?
No, it's a big one.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
original, yeah. But I bought plastic sheeting because I want to make my own stencils.
Oh, yeah, that would be really cool.
So I haven't used mine either. So
I have a brand new one in a box that's never been opened.
You have one too? We should all get together and play with our Cricuts.
Yeah, see, I have one of the first little personal ones, and then I have the Cricut Expression, which is the bigger one, and then I have this little Cricut Joy that's one of the newer ones.
I would love a Cricut Joy, because I think I would use that.
Yeah, it's so tiny. Let me show you. It's so little and it's so easy just to move it around. I actually put mine on a little little TV tray next to me
Yeah.
yesterday and cut out a few things. And it's so little,
Yeah.
and it's, and then you don't have that big. And then it's nice if you can just leave it somewhere and not have to move it and plug it in and all that. That's
Yeah.
the thing. If you find a place to keep it and keep it plugged in, you will use it more. You need to, you know what I mean? If you have it set somewhere where you have to get it out and plug it in, you're like, I don't want to mess with that. If you're anything like me, so having it out and it plugged in is a good thing.
Well, this is what I bought: craft plastic sheets.
Oh, okay.
Oh, those will
That'll
be
be-
perfect for it, Kim.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
In here, so it says it works with die cutting machines. So I'm hoping,
That's
that
awesome.
like I said, I haven't played with it. All I did was plug it in, and it works. I know that it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
The pencil worked and everything.
Mhm.
I've got a lot of cartridges and stuff that I bought a couple of years ago, just thinking, well, first of all, they were a great deal, and I thought I can't pass those up. Either I sell them or maybe I'll use them someday. One of those things.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I don't know, maybe 8, 9 different cartridges with the keyboard mat that you use. And then I found some markers that I got real cheap and couldn't pass up. So I've got all that stuff. I just
Yeah.
have not sat down to play with either the jelly plate or that stuff. And I just got everything for both of those last week. So I really
Yeah.
haven't had time, but
I've been using I got the Cricut Expression when it very first came out. So I'm pretty good with the Cricut. I've been doing it for a long time. So if you need any help, just let me know.
Oh, I get it all because I haven't opened my box.
Yeah. Which one did you get, Kristen?
That would be fun for you to
I
walk
got
us
the
through
one that
everything.
came out before the right as COVID hit. So I don't know what one that was.
Kristen, was it the Cricut Maker or like the Explore Air 2 or
Oh,
the
it was Explorer Air 2.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, if either one of you need help with anything, just let me know because
I will, because I have everything to set it up and I have all the vinyls and everything. I have never been able. I just never set it up because I don't really know how to do it, and it looks so complicated now.
Yeah, it's not really that hard, but maybe we could do, like
Yeah,
even
would be great we could do like this, and you could walk us through. Even though we have different machines, they work basically the same way. There's just different little things here and there to them, but the process.
Now the Explore Air 2, does it take cartridges also?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, okay, so some of them you can use cartridges or the Design Space online.
I can use the Design Space online.
Okay, so you can use that, but there might be a place for cartridges too. I'm not sure on that one. I won't be able to see the chat, but let me just show you. There's a Design Space online. You can get it on your phone or whatever. Let me find it. And then you open it up and I'll turn it where it's the right way. So let me see if you can see. Yeah. So here's the Design Space and you just, go in here and you can type in anything that you want. Like say you want to do something with coffee, you can type it in and it'll show you all kinds of projects you can do with coffee. And that's what I did yesterday when I made the little coffee first thing. So it looks like it's not
cartridges too, Denise says.
Hi, Denise. How are you? Thank you for coming. We're just hanging out.
Okay, well, cool. Yeah.
Mine has the power cord, and then beside it has space for a cord to connect it to your computer. So it's not Wi-Fi, so it's hardwired, but I'm imagining I could hardwire that and use Design Space, right? Or not?
Yes, you should be able to. You should. Because there was like a older Cricut Design Space type thing before when I very first got mine, and I was able to use it, years ago. So you should be able to. for some reason mine's not signed in. I don't know why. It should be, but I think maybe I use it on my other phone, which I'm using for the thing right now. But yeah,
Oh,
like you can literally you can type in dogs and all these projects for, you know, with dogs will come up or whatever you want to
Yeah, I wanted to
make.
use it for my own designs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, Denise says yours uses Wi-Fi. Mine's the old Cricket. Mine's the original one is CR001. So I know it's not Wi-Fi.
well, that's cool, Denise. I may, you know, chat with you a little now that I know someone that has it.
Well, Denise can come on with us too. We can all,
That's helpful to know.
yeah, we can all do a Cricket day.
Because I have like the denim blue one my daughter bought, and I feel guilty because I've never got it out.
You know what? I have another one. It's a designer one I got on Goodwill auction. And it's pink and it has white flower designs on it.
Oh.
I don't even know what that one is. You know what? Let me go look.
That's an Air Express, I think.
It sounds like a Cricket Explorer Air if it's got the designs on it. Because I've seen those with the little cute little floral.
Yeah, because I wanted one of those, but they were already sold out. So I ended up with the denim blue one.
Hi, Denise.
Cool. That's good. I have a cart for it, and I bought all the vinyl. I bought vinyls coming out the wazoo, and now Dollar Tree sells the vinyls.
Yes, I found some recently. I got a buffalo check and some glitter ones and all kinds.
I boycotted Dollar Tree since they went to the $1.25, but
oh yeah,
I'll have to go back because I actually need some stuff from Dollar Tree. So
yeah. Well, and I mean, if you go buy vinyl at the craft store, you're going to spend like $8 or $9 at least on each one.
Yeah, I bought all mine at Tuesday morning.
Yeah,
years ago. So
okay, so my machine is Cricket Expression.
Okay.
So that one probably is Wi-Fi too. There.
I don't.
The Expression, you're probably going to have to hardwire that one too.
Oh, you have to hardwire it too.
I think so. Yeah, on the Expression. Because I do have one of those, and I think you would have to. Yeah, but I mean, I think you can still get to the design space, which is cool. And if you have cartridges, there's all kinds of things you can do because it will show like, let me grab one. It'll show.
I want it for stencils to make stencils. Yeah. That's why I bought it, you know?
Huh.
I mean, I bought the other one too, way before I got this one. And I've never used it either. It's just something my brain is, you know, I'm not prepared to comprehend all that. It's hard for me to learn, but I have to have focus in order to do it. And I haven't felt focused in a long time, you know? So it sits there. I want to, but that's why I was saying somebody show me. Because I would catch on so much faster than me trying to figure it out.
See, like, okay, so this is one of the cartridges. Here is the main thing is these two hearts, but there is a button where you can click the tag. So you can make these little heart tags. You can make a heart card. You can make heart charms. This is the main image, but you can make all these little things too instead. You know what I mean? So maybe like a face-to-face chat would be good, Kim, for at first until you because that way I could see, like you could literally show me and I could see better with the YouTube. There's kind of a lag and everything. That way I could see exactly what you're doing and, you know, right then and say, okay, you need to push this or that.
If Kristen wants to learn hers too, we could all three do that FaceTime.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, you'll have to give me like, you can maybe text me her or message me her name later and I'll find her on Facebook and add her.
Okay.
But there's all kinds of, see, it looks very complicated because this is going to lay right over your keys on yours, Kim. It'll lay over it. But you can just click, if you want to do the tag one, it says right on here, like, it'll show you what it will cut out. If you want to do a tag, it'll say tag right here. You're just going to click the tag button, and then, you know, that's what it's going to, you know what I mean? So it's really not that difficult. It looks more difficult than it is.
I have watched many videos, okay? So I get the idea of how it's supposed to work.
Okay.
But I don't want to make a ton of mistakes and then get discouraged before I even only because I don't have the focus anymore. My ADHD, I'm on medication for it, but it's still bad. I mean, it seems to have gotten worse. And I just have trouble, for me to focus on reading and figuring it out and applying what I read. That's just too much. But if I tell you I want to make a stencil, I want to use this cartridge with this keypad overlay, then maybe you would be able to walk me through it easier than, see what I'm saying? I kind of have the idea, but I don't have brain.
I'm a visual learner too. Like, say when I got a job at a convenience store and I had to do the lottery or the cash register, it's like, don't just say, okay, you would push this and you would push this and you would push this and blah, blah, blah. No, actually, like, ring somebody up and let me watch you do it. You know what I mean? Like, if I see what I have to do, then I can do it, but I have to see it. I can't just, somebody can't be like, well, you have to push this and this and this and this and that. You know what I mean? No, I gotta watch it.
I've got to see it.
Yeah.
Girls, I'm gonna run, but thank you.
Okay. It was nice to meet you, Kristen.
I have to put this stuff in the oven, and then there's nothing because I've used all my molds.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on, Kim. It was nice to meet you, Kristen.
You too. It was great.
Thank you. Kim, message me.
Kim's channel and selling our own art.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Kim, send me Kristen's name on Messenger and I'll add her and we can, video chat or something.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay,
Thanks,
all right.
guys.
Have a good day, everybody. Have a good week.
Everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay, we are. Oops.